Representative Devin Nunes reveals deep state's plan for midterm elections. Trump not happy, by Dan Lindsay, Politics U.S. News from AdWorldNews.com. Representative Devin Nunes just revealed the corrupt Department of Justice and FBI's plan for the midterm elections. It's safe to say that President Donald Trump is not happy about this development. This will make your blood boil. California Congressman Devin Nunes has been in the trenches of the battle with the deep state and the Democrats since Trump took office. Now, Nunes has a disturbing warning for America about how the Department of Justice and the FBI are working together for one goal as the midterm elections grow nearer. During a recent interview with Sean Hannity on Fox News, Nunes revealed that the deep state hacks in the DOJ and the FBI continue to stall in handing over requested and even subpoenaed documents to Congress. Specifically, there are new text messages between the Trump-hating FBI agents Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, which have not been turned over for review. The sick display of disregard for congressional oversight by the Justice Department and the federal law enforcement community is pretty scary. Hannity spoke with Representative Devin Nunes and Representative Mark Meadows during the interview to get the details of how Congress is again being strung along by the DOJ and the FBI. First, Meadows weighed in. You'll take a listen to this tape. But towards here, Representative Devin Nunes also dropped a bomb on the deep state's plan with Democrats that won't help you sleep at night. And I think that the Department of Justice and the FBI are banking on the Democrats taking over so that all these investigations can be shut down, he said. In my opinion, it will cause a constitutional crisis if the DOJ and FBI are never held accountable for their corrupt acts during the 2016 presidential election. The only reason that major players are not already behind bars is that the victims in this case include President Donald Trump and his supporters. If it were Democrats who were on the receiving end of such a huge political hit job, we would see heads rolling every day. This is just more proof that discrimination and persecution don't matter when the victims are conservatives. Again, because they play dirty and we go by the book. Now, either we gotta I don't know, let's just take a listen here.
Devin Nunes, Freedom Caucus Chairman, North Carolina Congressman Mark Meadows, neither were invited to my Christmas party, and I apologize for that now in retrospect. I've been hearing all night a lot and all day yesterday that there's a possibility that Strzok Page memos were actually handed over to the State Department last week and we haven't had them revealed. Congressman Meadows, have you heard that?
Well, really, what we do know, Sean, is there is another tranche of Peter Strzok, Lisa Page text messages that actually have been vetted by the DOJ, and we're just waiting on the Inspector General to release those. He gave that release on Friday. We've been expecting those documents each and every day. As of tonight, as of right now, we don't have those. We have let our displeasure be known to the DOJ officials, so hopefully we'll receive those tomorrow.
Yeah, why don't we get the whole batch? I don't understand this slow roll. Congressman Nunes, I got to give you a lot of credit. It always comes to a crisis. And then Rod Rosenstein, in the last second, just for whatever reason, he'll finally hand it over after he begged Paul Ryan not to hand over what became the Nunes memo. Sir, you said to Maria Bartiromo this weekend that there was no intelligence, none, as the basis for the start of this Russia probe?
Yeah, let me start by saying to Mark's point, they shouldn't wait. They need to enforce the subpoenas immediately, Mr. Gowdy and Mr. Goodlatte. The more that you wait over time, I've learned that you just wait and you wait and you wait, and pretty soon there'll be an election. And I think the Department of Justice and the FBI are banking on the Democrats taking over so that all these investigations can be shut down. As it relates to what I said over the weekend, it remains true. We have not seen any Five Eyes intelligence, any credible intelligence that started this investigation. It's why we're investigating the State Department.
It's unbelievable.
For a number of reasons.
All right, let me ask you both. Is it going to take a contempt order from are they going to be held in contempt at the Justice Department? Because I agree with your analysis. This seems they're trying to push this to 2018, see if Democrats get control.
Well, I think, Sean, one of the things, Chairman Nunes has done an unbelievable job not only investigating this, but keeping the pressure on. And it's not unless that pressure is really felt by DOJ officials that they actually produce anything. And I've been on the phone most of the day with them. I don't understand why it's taking such unbelievable Herculean efforts to get them to do that. But we've notified the White House as well. You know, it's this president's DOJ. Why are they not producing the documents and let us do our oversight?
Congressman Nunes, your thoughts, and what is it going to take?
Well, I do think we're to the point where the Congress has to exercise its full authority. So immediate subpoenas, immediate contempt. If you have to move to impeachment, do that. Now, as Mark just said, as Mr. Meadows just said, I do believe that the president at this point should step in, should take his authority as the executive officer of this country and make sure that the United States Congress has provided all of this documentation immediately. And that's only because just look at all of the examples that are out there that go back a year and a half now that we were stalled on. And just tonight, you broke news again. If it is true that Mr. Richmond was an employee of the FBI, that's something we had no idea. We did not know that. Now, don't you think we should have known that since we've been investigating this for a year and a half?
I have to run, and up to 3 people may have gotten this information. I want to thank you both because you're fighting for the truth, and I know you both have taken a lot of heat for it, and the American people deserve it. Thank you all for being with us. Congressman Meadows, Congressman Devin.
Well, according to Breitbart, this isn't the first time this month that Nunes has threatened government officials with impeachment. During an interview on Tuesday, April 10, 2018 on Fox News channels, The Ingram Angle with Laura Ingraham, Nunes said, "I can tell you we're not just going to hold in contempt," he said. "We will have a plan to hold in contempt and to impeach." Nunes then hammered the FBI and DOJ for having started the Russian investigation at all. And we have not seen any Five Eyes intelligence, any credible intelligence that started this investigation. It's why we were investigating the State Department for a number of reasons, Nunes added. Nunes then urged Congress to use subpoenas, charges of contempt, and even impeachment to secure the withheld evidence from the DOJ and the FBI. Nunes also pressed President Trump to use his power as the head of our government to force the DOJ and FBI to act lawfully and cooperate with Congress. The bottom line here is that President Donald Trump needs to fire Attorney General Jeff Sessions, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, and Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Our country has real challenges and real problems to deal with. This infighting has been allowed to go on for far too long. The President and Congress need to act in order to keep the deep state from achieving their plan to avoid justice. And again, something just popped into my mind that how about those IT workers that have all the info from Congress that it could be used for blackmail purposes? So how do we know that Congress will act accordingly if they're not blackmailed to do otherwise? You see, I think that that everything they've cornered everything. Hillary Clinton and the deep state has everything on Congress. So how could we expect Congress to work on this? Do you see where I'm going with it? Imran Awan, he sold information. He had all of Congress, most of Congress has been compromised. They're under the deep state's fingers. So I don't even think that this is going to help either. This is quite a situation here that we have on hand. It really is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but you got to do something and go on from there. And let me know what you guys think again, and thank you so much for watching.